Andrew Young's statement that blacks have been ripped off by stores run by Jews, Koreans, and Arabs has been rightly criticized, and he has apologized. But these irresponsible remarks have wider implications than Andrew Young, and wider implications than their political repercussions. For decades, one of the biggest blind spots of most civil rights leaders and spokesmen for the black community has been their utter lack of knowledge of economics. As a purely factual matter, prices do tend to be higher, and the quality of service and products lower in stores in low-income neighborhoods. But the knee-jerk assumption that this represents exploitation or racism ignores the economics of the situation. Many of the ghetto stores charging high prices are struggling to survive, while supermarkets in other neighborhoods are very profitable charging lower prices. There are many reasons for this. The reason least likely to be acknowledged by those who blame the store owners is that crime, shoplifting, vandalism, and riots have raised the costs, both directly and by causing insurance rates and the costs of security to be higher in ghetto neighborhoods. The costs of delivering goods to small neighborhood stores are also higher than the costs of delivering goods to huge supermarkets. Delivering 100 cartons of milk to a supermarket is cheaper than delivering 10 cartons of milk to each of 10 local stores scattered around town. Selling a customer $50 worth of groceries in a supermarket takes less time than selling 10 customers $5 worth of groceries in a little neighborhood store. Faster turnover is one of the keys to a supermarket's lower prices. A supermarket can prosper with 1 cent of clear profit on each dollar of sales because that dollar comes back to be reused again and again in the course of a year. If the inventory of a supermarket sells out in 2 weeks, that 1 cent comes back 26 times in the course of a year. This means that a penny of profit on a dollar from each sale becomes more than a quarter on a dollar annually. Few local stores can match that. Not only are the delivery and overhead costs of the local store likely to be higher, the slowness with which its inventory turns over means that even higher prices may not fully compensate for such differences. The cumulative effect of such cost differences is that prices are often higher and at the same time profit rates lower in poor neighborhoods. One of the factors limiting what a ghetto store can charge is that many ghetto residents already shop in other neighborhoods when the price savings are enough to cover bus fare or taxi fare. Every increase in prices risks losing still more customers. Many of the same black leaders who accuse local store owners of making exorbitant profits also complain that supermarkets seldom locate in ghetto neighborhoods. Do they think supermarkets are against making money if ghettos are so profitable? The poor quality of many goods and of the service in ghetto stores is also a result of what has happened in these neighborhoods over the years. My niece, living in the same Harlem neighborhood where I grew up in the 1940s, often complained of rude service and bad quality goods, as well as their high prices, complaints that were not at all what I experienced growing up in that same neighborhood. There were far more stores back in the 1940s, and it would have been financial suicide for any given store to treat its customers the way ghetto stores can get away with treating them today. What happened in between? Ghetto riots happened, beginning in the 1960s. Many stores that were looted or burned out in those riots never reopened, nor were many other people ready to come in from outside to replace them, nor were local residents. People who have neither the efficiency nor the courtesy to compete with other stores in middle-class neighborhoods can survive running ghetto stores because of the lack of competition. Many black leaders and spokesmen who romanticized ghetto riots as uprisings against oppression are now displaying their ignorance of both history and economics. Those ghetto residents who had nothing to do with those riots are still paying the price.